Some minds are free. Greed is a prison, so hard to see. How many care? How many stand up? How many dare? How many care? How many stand up? How many dare? Oh, look at what we've done. Oh, look at what we've done. Nothing left to give. Bracking the earth, the place where we live. Water we can't drink. Chemical spills, rivers that stink. How many care? How many stand up? How many dare? How many care? How many stand up? How many dare? Oh, look at what we've done. Oh, look at what we've done. Tell me it's not true. So many lies you always knew. All is on the run. Most of the wild ones, now they are gone.
Well, there's a good old boy down in Texas, John Woodrow, that's his name. Heard him talk about our country, Lord, I feel just the same. He speaks his mind, trying to help mankind and the people of the USA. Yeah, oh, John Woodrow, he got a lot to say. Oh yes, he does. 'Cause there's a good old boy down in Texas, turning Texas blue. And there's a blue dot family in the USA. All over this world. Oh yeah.
I do love that song. How in the world are y'all done? It is Sunday, baby. I'm sorry we had a little hesitation there at the beginning. Indeed, there is, baby, and we're here to meet. I hope y'all had a wonderful weekend. I enjoyed mine. We had a little delay right here at the beginning because right at the last minute when we hit go, the chat, the way I see the chat over here screwed up, and it wasn't acting right. Travis had to come over and fix it while the music was playing. So it cut off the first people that came into the room. So I apologize tremendously for that. It starts out where Bernadette Pree came into the room. And Bernadette, I'm just tickled to death. You're feeling better. The whole family was concerned. For those that don't know, Bernadette and her family all came down with COVID. And it was very rough. And we're just glad that she's feeling better. Anyway, Sherry Puckett is here, and Gary Spring, Jeanette Miller's here, Michael Falbister, buddy, thank you for being here. Simone Battle, that's a new name. Hello, fellow travelers, indeed. Simon, thank you for being here. Maria Betancourt, Martha Oliveira, Carol Gillens is here. Donald Williams, my neighbor. Tracy Tobias is here. Gary Spring all the way up in Canada, thank you for being here. Diana Mallory, Bequeather the Gong, and Secret Squirrels. Thank you, baby. Maria Betancourt. Randy Peterson. Woo, pig, buddy. Glad you're here. Bob K is here. Maria Betancourt. Keith Thompson. Hoorah, buddy. Thank you for being here. Amanda Elliott. Dorothy Tyndall. Let me see. Gary Spring, BW. Let me see. Oh, it's flying by. Let me get down here and catch up. Now I got to hit that. Oh, shit. All right, I'm going to play with buttons here for a little bit, for just 1 second, and there we go. I'm good to go. I got it. I fixed it.
Okay.
I fixed it. I see Martha Oliveira just say. Jay and Stephanie are here, evidently. I didn't see them go by. Jerry Clayton, there you go. I see him. Carolyn Majesco, thank you for being there. Annie Corbin. Ooh, Nina Gonzo, thank you. Anyway, it is Sunday, baby, and here we go. We got a week coming up. Maybe it's time that we all started paying close attention to what's going on. You know, I titled this thing today, the show today, "Woke Liberals versus Conned Conservatives." That's what it is, baby. And I was just talking to a friend of ours on the phone. I'd rather be a woke liberal. I would rather be woke. You know, they've turned that word into a nasty thing when they hit you with this word woke. Oh, look there, you're just woke. Yes, I'm woke. I prefer to learn things I didn't know. I want to know the correct history of things. I want to know what the hell I'm talking about. I'd rather be that. I'd rather, if that's your definition of woke, yeah. As John said just a minute ago, if that's your definition, baby, I'm in. I'd rather be a woke liberal than a conned conservatives, because they've been conned, and they are creating these wars within our society. Hell, they're convinced that January 6th, an insurrection, baby, no problem. Just a bunch of old boys getting together. We didn't do shit, and if we did do shit, and I don't remember it. That's what Marjorie Taylor Greene and Kevin McCarthy's line is nowadays. Hell, I just don't remember, or just outright lie. I was glad to see Elizabeth Warren this morning on TV called McCarthy out for what he is, a liar and a traitor, and she did not mince words. And I believe both accounts, both words apply liberally. I can't wait for public hearings, baby. You know, they keep saying that it's going to blow the roof off. Well, we need it to, baby. Because this is where it's coming down to. Because the Republicans, what they want, baby, they don't want an investigation. They don't want public hearings on January 6th. That's the last thing they want. What they want is culture wars, baby. That's right. Step right up. Get your culture war right here. We're going to use CRT as a weapon, which I'm going to point out, to me, is quite disgusting nowadays. I'm tired of listening to their shit about CRT. To me, it's a way of them being racist without being called a racist. I'm not a racist. I'm fighting against racism. I don't want my poor child here taught about how being white is terrible. He's not being taught that shit. It's a bunch of bullshit that the right has come up with to sell, to scare the freaking people. They use it as a weapon. The same way with LGBT rights. Don't say gay bill or anything. They want to rile up the hatred they have for other people. Abortion rights all over this country, baby. They're trying to tackle them. Trying to do away with Roe v. Wade. These are the culture things that they're after. The ones that, you know, abortion rights, hell, what better constituent to have? They don't complain. They don't ask for anything. And once they're born, you don't give a shit about them. That's who the abortion rights issue is. You've even come down to making things like the pandemic, a cultural war, a political war, even down to wearing a mask or getting the vaccine. Are you shitting me? But they're not starting. They're not stopping, baby. They want to come back. Hell, Donnie had an event in Ohio last night. Shit, yeah, baby. Discussing the usual topics, crowd size, how great he passed the aptitude test. Toilets! He's still talking about toilets last night in Ohio. Yep, can't flush toilets. I fixed it, and where you could just flush it once, and then Biden came in and messed it all up again. Are you shitting me? Yeah, that's what he said. That Biden came in and messed it all up. And then, of course, the fact that he won the 2020 election. I think he might have mentioned that a time or two. And that's where the war is getting serious, baby. Because it is. It's a war on self-governance. 19 states across this country have passed voter restriction laws. 19. 9 of those states have curtailed access to the polls themselves because of massive fraud that there's no proof of. But we're not done, baby. Because 17 states expanded access to the polls this time. Right now we're in the middle of an effort to rig the system for the next time. Mitch McConnell only needs one seat to take control of the Senate. Baby, we have work to do. Now is the time for all of us to start paying attention, because things are coming in. Anyway, I got somebody I want to bring in, and let me see if I can get him up here, and because I had a talk with him on the phone earlier. There he is. John, are you there?
Yeah, I am.
This is John H. Lawrence, and he is the gentleman who is singing the music in the beginning of our show. We have several albums of John's. You can find him on Bandcamp.com on the internet, and his songs are available for download for
pretty much everything, just for download for free.
Free. If you want to make a donation, I think there's a donation button there. But he's made it to where you can
always donate to me if you want to, but not necessary.
Not necessary, but and I guarantee you, when I first started hearing your music, not only the Blue Dot song, John, it's the other songs that you have sung and recorded that like the one we just played a minute ago. Look at what we've done. That's a pretty powerful statement, John.
Yeah, that was to tell you the truth, that one was just sort of like a in general thought that I had, how you have like feelings and you're looking at shit and you don't even. So that was finally one night, and I might have been smoking a little bit.
Maybe.
When I just kind of put down on paper what had been going through my brain and my body for a while. I really couldn't quite put it together, but at the same time, I want everybody on the planet needs to take responsibility for the earth. That's all there is to that song, really.
Pretty appropriate for this weekend. This is the weekend of Earth Day.
Yeah.
And look at what we've done. And what we've done is not pretty, but it's fixable. I hope. I hope it's still fixable. Sometimes I wonder.
Well, everybody, it's kind of like that Carlin thing. It's the Earth doesn't really care. She'll just shake us off like some bad fleas and repair herself, and some other creature will happen, 20,000 years from now or whatever. But, it'd be really nice if we could save ourselves, and actually turn this beautiful, like, paradise we live in into a real paradise.
We got
the technology and everything to do it.
We had that enthusiasm back in the 60s. That's when the EPA was created. That's when people first started taking note, like, hey, every time I swim in the lake, I get sick. Or the air is just so noxious that you can't breathe it. and people got woke. Did they not? They got
People
woke.
were woke.
Yes, they got awakened to
But
the.
if you look back at that hippie thing, and I was kind of in the middle of it. I don't really
I bet
consider
you were,
myself.
John.
Well, I graduated from high school 60 miles south of Haight-Ashbury in the Summer of Love, but and I went there a couple of times, but I was way more political. I wasn't one of the flower in your hair kind of guys. I was one of the guys getting maced and beat on with batons by the Oakland.
Well, bless your heart for it.
Shit like that.
Bless your heart for it, brother. You know.
Well, I appreciate it. I was also an anti-war protester. I know that pisses a lot of people off, but I'm sorry, that war stunk. And I came from a military family. I'm the first one in my family that didn't go in the military, and the reason is because of that damn war.
Yeah, I come from a military family too. My brother served in Vietnam, and they would be the first ones to stand up and tell you that was an unjust. It was. We should not have been there to begin with, and we should have known to get out when we had a good chance, but we didn't.
And all this domino theory crap that happened back then. Remember the right-wing hysteria was the domino theory. If we let them go, the world's going to go. You know. Well,
didn't
really,
happen.
what has that little country of Vietnam done for us? Now it provides really nice beaches for people who can afford to go there on vacation.
No shit. Now it's become a vacation destination.
Right.
You know.
And this, I know this might be controversial too, but I think about Cuba in the same kind of way. Look what we've done to Cuba, and what has Cuba done to us, really?
Not that much.
We have all these South Florida Cubans who used to work under the Batista regime, and that's who controls that whole bunch, that whole Marco Rubio right-wing crowd.
It is.
And I hate
they're still bullish on it.
I'm not trying to cast any aspersions on anybody, you know. I'm sure there's a lot of really great, wonderful, beautiful left-wing Cubans as well.
Me?
But there's definitely.
That's where I was born, bub. That's where I was born.
Where's that?
Cuba. That's indeed. I was born in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, indeed. 1953, my dad was stationed down there, and hello, baby, that's where I was born. So I've always, no, not really, not, you know, just a vague sense of tropical breezes, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I say I'm umbilically connected to the temperate zone. That's where I was born. That's where I like it warm, you know. But you know, that was 1953, and a lot changed, you know, the biggest thing I remember about Cuba was the Cuban Missile Crisis, when Russia did indeed try to install missiles into Russia, nuclear warheads into Cuba.
Well, Khrushchev actually got that done.
Yes, they were there. We made them remove them.
They were on a ship, I believe. You know, docking or I can't.
Yeah, no,
exactly.
we had satellite pictures of. You know, unloading that stuff, you know, I remember seeing the pictures in the newspaper showing missile silo, or not silos, but the
that's another
infrastructure.
thing we kind of have in common. I was a military brat. I was born in, Regensburg, Germany.
Yeah. You know, there are a lot of people, a lot of citizens that weren't born in the United States within the continental 48, the lower 48. We was born somewhere else.
Me and my little brother was born in England, and my sister, who's about 3 or 4 years younger than me, she finally got born in the United States when my old man was stationed at the Pentagon. So. Wow,
your dad was at the Pentagon, so yeah, you were probably, you know, exposed to a lot of shit.
Oh no, there was, there's things that my father instilled in me, who was a very Republican man, but he was such a good man. You know, he took us around to places like the Statue of Iwo Jima. I went and got to see that before it was open to the public. You know,
wow.
When I was 7 years old, I went to the Pentagon and actually walked around. Went to his office, met Curtis LeMay.
About the same time I was walking around on destroyers and tin cans and submarines that my dad was stationed on. So yeah. You get exposed to you're exposed to that military life.
Right, and you get exposed to certain ideals about what America should be, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, I never really got to all the violent crap, and I'm not really into the military-industrial complex and what we've turned our military into. But I'm a person that believes that we need a pretty good military for defense, because there's crazy suckers out there.
And we're seeing evidence of that right now in Ukraine.
Right.
And they're putting on a valiant fight for freedom and their right to be a sovereign nation. And we are a sovereign nation, and we're over here trying to make sure that we can keep it. What, you know, like I said, I think that there's a war on self-governance that the Republicans are waging on this country right now. They don't want your ass to vote. They want to select whoever the hell they want. And
I think Democrats ought to look at ourselves more like we're the Ukrainians in this deal.
We are.
And we need to fight like hell.
We do indeed, and we've got 7 months to do it. You know, November's coming up quick. And it's
we got to do it. People like you and me have to do it the rest of our lives, and probably our kids, because this fight has been going on. This fight has been going on forever.
Yeah, it's been going on since the beginning of our country. It really has. You know, if you look back at history, the battles, not only for the sovereignty of our nation, the war for independence, but the battles that our society has fought all along the way, and it's taken 200 and what we're at 200 and I want to say 40 something, 30 something.
All
right,
don't
my
exactly
ignorance
remember.
We're up there way over 200 years, and we're still fighting for the rights of individuals, as we can see with their war on LGBT rights, and you know, gay marriage is coming back. If they get back in there, shit, yeah, they're going to put gay marriage up on the mantle too. I don't know where they're going.
You know, the way I look at the way everything was written and set out by our forefathers, who were a bunch of really imperfect human beings,
indeed,
but are still worthy of my admiration. But
there you go.
This country was set up as an experiment to continually change. You know, that's what it's supposed to do. You know,
indeed.
Thomas Jefferson pretty much thought we should have a violent revolution every 15 years and kick the bums out.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Instead, we want to come up with a vote system. But that's, you know, January 6th is a prime example of what can happen. And I'm not too sure they're not going to try to come back in 24. There are still people out there, you know, convinced.
There's actually millions, John.
Yeah. That's scary.
And that's all over the world, especially in Europe. Although, the Le Pen person didn't win.
Yeah, Emmanuel Macron won the French election, but she did. She had a good showing, and that's not good. It's not good.
Well, I
think it was 58% that Macron had. You know, so she got 42 or something. You know, that's not good, but. Yes, you're right. Macron winning is a big victory. I was really afraid that she might.
The point I got to make is our struggle here in the United States between our left and right is a worldwide struggle. I mean, this is, you know, worldwide. There's people in every country that have these same kind of mindsets as you and me, and the same kind of mindsets as
maggots.
The dumbest person you can think of.
Yeah. It is a worldwide battle. We're seeing the physical part of it in Ukraine right now. The physical battle here in the United States, we're seeing the battle for self-governance, our right to democracy. It is. It's an assault by the Republicans. That's what all this shit. 19 states had voter restriction. 19. You know, and the 9 states that curtailed the access, guess what? You know, mine is one of them. You know, Greg Abbott. who in my opinion, Greg Abbott here recently, and especially him and Ron DeSantis, have stood out as people who are willing to hurt this country to convince people that, oh, look how terrible things are. Greg Abbott closing the border and to shipping across the border, demanding 100% inspection on every truck coming across that border. Well, that backed up the border for miles and miles and miles, and shit went haywire, hurting the United States. But he could point at it and go, look how terrible things are. You know, Ron DeSantis is, I don't know. I seen a meme the other day.
Did you hear about? You heard about the Florida math books?
Yes. The 40. I saw the charts. I don't see it, John. I just don't see it. They're using critical race theory. I swear.
No, it's a scam.
It's like a new Jim Crow or some shit. That's what it is. They're trying to use critical race theory, which is not taught anywhere but in graduate, when you're reaching your master's or something like that, upper education. And there is no critical race theory being indoctrinated into your kid in school, but they have used it. And it just smacks of racism. You know, don't teach little Billy the truth about his past.
Well, this math book thing is controversial here in Florida because they're getting rid of all these math books, and they're only allowing this one company to sell their books here, and that company's main shareholder is the governor of Virginia.
Really?
So,
really?
Put two and two together. It's always
about the money.
It's all about making money.
It's always about the money. It is. It's sad to say. I think there's somebody. Elizabeth Warren alluded to it this morning on one of the shows. A bill in front of Congress, I think, that bans congressmen and senators and their families from participating in the stock market while they serve, which I think is an excellent freaking idea. But guess what? You think it'll pass? Think it'll pass, John? No. It's not.
Oh, hell no. Because they're a self-governing body, right? They give themselves raises. They got the best.
They've got the best of everything, and a lot of our laws don't apply to them.
Right.
And my big problem with Congress has always been the fact that they're allowed to trade on the open market. Are you shitting me? You talk about inside information. Little tip here, little tip there from somebody on K Street. You ought to buy this little stock here. Next, have you seen that? We don't have any poor congressmen. Every one of our congressmen are millionaires. If they weren't before they got there, they are now. Yeah. And that's the way the game works. And it's so frustrating. That's how come I think the answer to that is term limits. But again,
I agree with
they're
that.
not going to vote for term limits. They're just not. It's sad that whole thing right there explains everything. When somebody's embedded in there for their whole fucking life.
The incentive of people to get involved in government is what? I mean, I know that there's some people like Bernie Sanders and a pretty good amount of Republicans. I mean, Democrats. The Squad. Some of those people.
Right.
They're into it for the right reasons, but so many of those people, especially on the right, are just getting there for the money.
They're in there for the money and the power.
Jobs, whatever, making deals with other countries now.
I think that's evident because they don't have a platform. They're not talking about any issues. They're talking about cultural issues. They're talking about don't say gay or abortion rights. They're talking about CRT. They're not talking about what. They're not interested in what. They just want to rot. There's a certain amount of our population that are going to get pissed off. CRT, don't be teaching my child that shit. I'm going down to the school board demanding, and that's how come we see videos of parents down at school board meetings demanding that they stop things that they're not doing. And if it isn't that, it's about the mask. And now with this judge in Florida, that struck down the mask mandate, nothing screams more we don't give a shit about the citizens of this country than that. Because if you take away the CDC's authority to issue something like a mask mandate during a pandemic, we're in bad shape. And that's what we have seen. This is the first time I know of that we've had a medical disease going across our country, transmittable, and we're in the middle of a discussion on whether or not it's your right to be able to go around and infect people. I have a right. I don't got to wear no mask. Where does it say that? It's the ignorance of that brings us to the possibility of what are we going to do if this thing either mutates and gets worse, or we have something else come down the pike. And the legal argument is, well, you can't.
They don't care about their fellow citizens, basically.
No. That's what it seems like to me.
We've been taught and we've been brainwashed to be rugged individualists in this country, when in fact what we should be are groups of extremely happy communities that live together and help one another.
If the U.S. government treated citizens like they treat corporations, hell, we'd all be happy. Every time a corporation gets ready to go bankrupt or down the tubes or something, we all run in there and rescue their ass.
Yeah.
And the only ones that profit off that are the wealthy, the stockholders. When they handed out,
plenty of money in this country. There's a ton of money in this country.
But it's delved out very carefully. During the pandemic here, we had the checks that we all got. That $600 check, baby. When they started putting those money in people's pocket, things got a whole lot better real quick. Didn't last long.
Sure.
But it gave something. It gave the working people of the citizens, a little bit of a break, and it wasn't much.
Was a helping hand in the middle of a pandemic.
And look
great.
what it did to the economy. It helped.
Yeah.
It helped.
And people ought not to forget that, because I've never seen that before. Ever in my life.
Who was it? Andrew Yang, during his campaign, argued for $1,000 a month. Income for every American, guaranteed income. And the right went nuts. Oh, look at their socialism. Are you shitting me? We have socialism already, but we use it to help the corporations when there's trouble with General Motors or General Electric or some big major corporation. The Fed rushes in to help them and bail them out. That's what we've done time over and time. They don't bail out Americans. They make you go bankrupt, baby. Lose your house, who gives a shit? You're on the street, who gives a shit? So
the right wing has been steadily trying to get us back to, where we were before FDR got involved in this country.
Yeah. Hey, John, hold on just a minute. That little note sound in my ear just reminded me. Where's my mouse? I have some catching up to do. Karen Van Wyck, just saying, came in with a $3 donation, and she said, I would rather be woke than asleep. Outstanding. I'd rather be woke. I'd rather be woke than conned any day of the week. And Catman56 came in with $3 and said, when a Republican saying worked equals they are saying people are awakening, woke. They are saying that they are awakening and they're not buying the bullshit. That's it, baby. That's woke. Finding out the truth and the information. Yeah, oh, I didn't know that. Now I do. And Lady Freedom Rocks, and indeed she does, came in with a $5 donation and said, hello, Blue Dots and all the shits at sea. I'm Lady Freedom and I rock. Keep on rocking in the free world. Lady Freedom out. There you go, baby. Keep on rocking in the... Yes. Didn't they write a song like that? Speaking of songs, I am just amazed, John, at... I'm going to hit a button here because I want to play a part. We've listened to this on our show. We've played it before. But, I'm just into that groove going into.
Get those crazies
Get the crazy out of the government.
We need our Congress.
I think it's fantastic, John.
Well, you know, that little song was a quickie.
A
I
quickie?
just decided a quickie.
This is a quickie?
Yeah.
Damn.
That song I did. That song I did in one night.
Really?
Yeah. It just all kind of fell into place. I was actually thinking of a Bob Marley song, which is obvious because it came out kind of a reggae style.
Were you high?
Well, you know, I don't remember. I've been high since 1967.
There you go, brother. I had my first one in 1969. I ain't quit since. And,
Whatever.
And I'm still here, so.
Yeah. Sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. I don't, in my older age, I'm not. I don't do it that much. Not during the day, anyway.
Yeah.
But that I just wanted to write a vote song, and then I'm obsessed now because I've tried 2 other vote songs and they suck. So one day I'm gonna get I want to write a really anthem that'll stick in some people's heads. Oh yeah, vote. Make it a cell phone thing. I don't know.
Make it a
That'd be my
ringtone.
goal.
Yeah. Don't give up, brother. Keep on rocking. That's what I say. I love it.
Yeah.
You know which one? I've listened to a lot of your songs. You know which one I like the best? I really do. Mystic Gumbo. I like that song. To me, it speaks to that boiling pot that we have.
Well, that's a philosophy right there. The Mystic Gumbo is all of everything that's quote unquote spiritual, or you have what's the word I'm looking for? Anything that's not just natural law.
Right.
All the other crap, aliens and the dark web, and I'm sorry, I got to throw religion in there. I'm just
It belongs in there, John. It belongs.
And so everything, all that crap is Mystic Gumbo, all of it.
I'm going to play the beginning of it. Let's listen to the beginning. This is one of John's songs recorded by him, and it's one of my favorites he's done. Well, right there, I'm already in the French Quarter. See, that speaks to my Cajun roots.
My daughter.
That's your daughter?
My daughter, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. She's a musical theater person.
Oh, I love it.
Thinking back across my past, the mist of time, it went by fast. Things that haven't made no sense. Strange things and weird events. Second guess it and give it a stir. It will bring you back to her. You will make it by living your life.
My foot's rocking.
Things no asking twice. My mind wanders hard on my past. So many things I just can't grasp. I feel lost, can't find my way. Looking back, I just got to say, Mr. Gumbo cooking up in my head. It's got me thinking, jumping out of my bed. Ingredients in the back of my mind, mixing up from the front to behind. I'm in the shadows, I'm trying to see the Mr. Gumbo, it's surrounding me. I'm in a place that's the oldest time. Mr. Gumbo, it's an ancient rhyme. I'm living in a Mystic Gumbo. I can't deny the way I go.
My foot starts rocking every time that is your daughter in there.
Yeah.
Wow, so music runs in your family. Passed on.
My big sister was a music teacher at a school up in Boca Chica, Oklahoma, and I have people. We have some, but mostly everybody were farmers.
I'm telling you.
In my family, poor working class people up in northern England. On my mom's side.
Yeah. Just a shout out to Jim Van Dorn. Sometimes I do, and sometimes I don't, Jim. Sometimes I can spot him but I'm holding a conversation. But I try to pay as much attention to the comments as I can. I'm not ignoring anybody's comment out there. Anyway. I'm just, since the first time your music showed up in my box, I was just amazed. And we didn't talk for a long time because we talked once, and then we went a long time without talking because, I don't like to butt in people's life. But we've recently reconnected, and John and I had a conversation on the phone the other day. It lasted over an hour, I think, about a lot of things. And I was impressed because you impressed me as somebody who has been concerned not only about our environment in our physical world, but also the environment in our politics and our social society, our basic day-to-day life. And I find that very admirable because that's what it takes in my book, But we're fighting.
Well, I think that I think we have to evolve. Don't you? We're humans. We're supposed to evolve.
I like to think that.
We have not. Our technology has gotten way too ahead of us. We're still kind of, you know what I mean? We're still like those monkeys throwing bones around, and we're these.
In the grand scheme of things, John, aren't we? We're not there yet. No. I'm wearing my son's Star Wars. I sneak shirts from my kids. Star Wars, man. Or Star Trek. We often comment. How do we get to that place, to where when you're walking down the deck of the Enterprise there, and you pass some guy with horns coming out his head, it doesn't really phase you. It's just normal. It's just it's the way life is.
Well,
and
I think for a lot of us, all of that is normal, right?
Yes, it is. It is.
Yeah, for a lot of people, it's live and let live. That's another thing I don't understand about the right. You have your little places where you live, and in your little farming communities, or your little, backwoods Appalachian town, or whatever the hell it is. In their garage,
wherever they meet,
Just you have the right to be yourself. Go ahead and do it. That's what this country's all about. But don't try to impose, your nasty ass way of looking at the world on the rest of the community.
Really?
Stop it.
That's what I say. Ever since, truly, since Obama was elected, and the what were they called? Oh, the Tea Party came out, and the right-wing nut jobs started really expanding. It gave rise, or it gave excuses to all of those racist assholes to come out, out from underneath their rock, come out of their garage. Instead of having the Confederate flag in their garage, they're going to stick it out there in the front yard. All of that started anew, and that's what's so disgusting. Is that's what we're seeing now, is this hatred that they have grown out of the right is affecting our whole society. And until we stand up together and push it back under its freaking rock, because you ain't never going to get rid of it. Hate's easy to sell, baby. They sell it all the time. And until we chase it back under their rock, we're going to have to deal with this, and we shouldn't have to. Let me send out a couple more thanks to Maria Betancourt, who came in with a $5 donation. Maria, thank you very much, baby. And Diana Mallory, Bequeather the Gong, and Sacred Squirrels came in with a $5 donation. And see, we be rocking in the woke world. Thanks, John. Yes, we are. Thank you, Diana. Yes, I don't take being woke as an insult. They intend it as one. I don't buy into it. But, it's their game they want to play. You over there?
Yeah.
Okay. But,
half of their shit's just invented.
Yeah. Yes. And it's invented just for one purpose, to rile somebody up.
Yeah.
To get them mad.
There's no black holes and all that crap. What is it? What are all the well, you already hit woke,
Yeah.
But then there's the dark web. That's another one.
Oh, dark web. Oh, what did I just learn yesterday on? It was about. Oh man, I watched Jon Stewart has a podcast, The Problem With Jon Stewart, and I've always admired that guy for the way he speaks up. But one of his was about Wall Street, and boy, howdy shit! If you go watch that, The Problem With Wall Street, it will open your eyes to, because the dark web and all that came in. There's something called dark pools. When he explains in detail with this other guy, whiz kid from Wall Street, what happens when you buy and sell stocks, when you buy a stock, and who is involved in that, and how the stock is. Man, it's a game for the wealthy. That's all. That's it, baby. I can't even start to recall all the shit that I'm still trying to process
places. It. I heard these guys talking about lizard people in the dark web and all this the other day.
Yeah.
And I am sure there's some dark places where the people that are there doing nasty little deals amongst themselves, and they probably do look a little lizardy, but that's just the way it is.
Okay. Let me catch this real quick, because I seen Jim Van Dorn was asking how to call in. For those that don't know, to call in, or you don't have to call in, you download an app called Discord, Discord. And as a matter of fact, if you go to bluedotintexas.com, there's a button there to download, does it download Discord? Or?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's got a link to everything.
Okay, and you can download Discord and then follow the instructions there. And you can end up in the room right here with John, me, and Bernadette. Bernadette, how you doing?
Hi, John.
How you doing, baby?
Well, I'm better than I was, okay?
I am so glad to hear that, too.
Not quite 100% yet, but I'm working on it, okay?
Yeah.
Took 1-2 punch from this shit, John.
I don't know. No, I don't want it. No, I don't want it.
I'm saying I did.
I know you did. I don't want no 1-2 punch. It was rough for you, wasn't it? That's what I understand.
Yes.
It was pretty rough for you.
Yes.
So
and it still is. There's some residual effects going on, so I have to be careful. In case everybody doesn't know, I had the fuck Trump virus. Yay! I survived.
She survived COVID.
I survived.
And how's the rest of the family?
Everyone else in my household.
Good.
Dominic is resilient. That little dude, he was up in a couple of days and running around, and me and his dad, we took a beating. It's like, it was a fight. It was a struggle. I ain't gonna lie, that shit fucking hurts. I know why people died from COVID.
You lost your taste and stuff.
I lost taste. Was like, for a moment there, a physical part of my bed. Could not get out of it. The enormous amount of fatigue is unbelievable. Cold air seemed to make me feel like I had knives in my lungs, and I still feel that. Okay.
Oh, howdy.
It's a serious fucking virus. Don't listen to the fucking propaganda out there. Wear your goddamn mask. Okay?
You don't want this shit.
This shit is still trying to kill people.
That's what's so pitiful about the whole...
I got the antivirals. Took that shit for 5 days. Yes.
Oh, good. Good.
You take somewhere between, with one particular antiviral, you take 3 pills a day every 12 hours. With the one that I took, you take 4 pills a day every 4 hours. That's a lot of water. Oh, God, I'm so bloated from just drinking water. This ain't no fucking joke, you guys. This seriously tried to put me down. Seriously tried to put me down. But I survived the fuck Trump virus. Fuck you, Trump. If it wasn't for your motherfucking ass, none of us would have gotten sick. And maybe 1 million people wouldn't be dead right
I don't think as many people would be dead if we had acted earlier.
Exactly.
But he downplayed it. And I give him credit for this culture war against masks and
I do want to thank our wonderful President Biden
Indeed.
for sending out COVID test kits. This is how I found out that COVID had entered my house after 3.5 fucking years of fighting this shit at the goddamn door. Okay. It's also how I know we got rid of it too. Okay, because
There
the
you go.
free
Because
test
you were
kit
vaccinated.
that Biden got. And I will let you know, not only was I vaccinated and boosted, I've been chipped a couple times. Thank you for the virus, for the vaccines. Thank you for the virus test kits. And
There you
thank
go.
you for the antiviral drugs. It literally saved my life.
Baby, I'm telling you, we are. We're in a war.
We
A
have
culture
got to be
war, an
thankful for-
information war here. You know, we've got to start fighting. You know,
Yes.
I am so.
I'm glad to see France do the smart
Oh
thing today
man,
and get rid of their female fuck Trump virus that they got going on
Yeah.
over there.
she was a
Yes,
Trumper.
and Macron is back
She
in.
was backing Putin
Yeah, she
and all
was
that
a
shit.
Trumper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So, France did the right thing. Wake up, America! We got work to do.
We
If
got
you
work
think
to
you're
do, baby.
woke, you ain't woke enough if you vote this motherfucker back in office.
oh Lord,
I'm
don't.
sorry, John. I
Nah,
got
it's
my
all right,
voice
baby.
back.
No, that's I feel the same way. If they, and you know, I'm tired of hearing. And by the way, I got John in there. Did you see that?
Yes, I do. And John, thank you so much for. I love your music, sweetie.
He
I
is.
love it. Thank
I
you.
do. Everything he's been putting out, I love. That Mystic Gumbo
And
just
forgive me
takes me.
for screaming in your ear, but welcome to the club.
Welcome.
No, it's okay. It's all right. Everything's cool.
Yeah.
Right on.
Ever since I got this music, I was hooked on that Mystic Gumbo. My foot starts tapping the minute that thing starts playing. I'm ready to get out on the street with an umbrella, baby. Let's go. And,
Well, you know, my wife and I were married on Charter Street at the Hotel Provincial.
really,
Yeah,
in
it's
New
just
Orleans.
kitty corner to the, you know, where the supposedly the house of the rising sun is, and
Right
there's and Stella's is right next to it too. You know.
The House of the Rising Sun. There's not too many
Yeah.
people that know what that is.
It's a whorehouse.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
actually, the name actually came from the Orleans Parish Prison. You know, down on the river, it's a tall building. It's narrow. All the cells are on the east side of the building, and the guards' offices are all on the west side of the building. So the only thing the prisoners ever see is the rising sun.
All right, that's a good story.
It took me because I always thought, yep, it's a whorehouse. What else could it be? It's the House of the Rising Sun. What are you gonna do? Of course, it's a whorehouse. But then I was in New Orleans one time, and sure enough, shit. There's one of them historical plaques down there at the near the Orleans Parish Prison, and it talks about that song. And I thought, boy, howdy shit. I was happy. You're really thinking it was a whorehouse. When you make it into a jail, man, then it takes on a whole different meaning.
Well, yeah, but it's actually cooler if you really stop and think about it.
Yeah, it is. It is. It speaks when you go back to listen to the lyrics.
I
Yeah.
love New Orleans, by the way.
Oh,
and I've lived in the Bay Area, and I've lived in Los Angeles, and D.C. I didn't live in New York City, but I lived out on Long Island for a while. And I think the only place I could really live that's a city would be New Orleans, actually.
It's where my heart is. You know, it's where I grew up a lot in my teenage years. When
Well, and if you hear that in my music, that makes me proud because
I do hear it.
I've tried to, you know, my favorite people in the world, you know, are like the Neville Brothers. And
I'm
Dr.
telling you, as
John
soon as that Mystic Gumbo starts, I just immediately, I'm in the quarter. I'm down in the quarter. That's where it is. That's the sound you're going to
line
hear.
all the way, baby. Second
I'm
line
telling you.
all the way.
No, I was during your teenage years in New Orleans, when you are allowed to venture forth on your own, and Mardi Gras comes, back in those days, baby, back in the 60s. Lord,
I can't even imagine.
That was an eye-opening for any young man. When you get down there in a sea of people and half of them are damn near half naked, it's at that time in the young man's life, it was like heaven. But it was it was a hell of an experience. It was a different life in New Orleans, always has been.
It's got some soul and it's got some culture. It's got good old American culture too.
It does indeed.
From all over the world, it's always been a melting pot.
It's a gumbo, baby. That's what it is.
Yeah,
it's a gumbo.
And that's what New Orleans is very representative of what America is all about.
Yes.
It is a melting pot of nationalities, of people, of cultures, of everything. And now we're trying to separate that out. And I don't like you because of what?
Yeah.
There's too many of us that live here that, like on my family, on my dad's side, we go all the way back to the 1600s. I mean, I can follow it, trace it back. There's Mennonites and Native Americans and Irish and Germans and,
The melting pot within your own body.
So I'm just a mutt, pretty much.
That's what we all are.
All of America is.
Yes.
But there are some that are running around acting like there's some sort of purity test just to be an American, and it only comes in one color.
There you go.
No.
There you go.
No.
Let me send out a quick thank you to Jeremy McDonald, who came in with a $5 donation and said, "Hey John, do you think Rush is forced to listen to Limbaugh rock on a loop while he's doing his time in hell? I hope he has to listen to it over and over." Thank you, Jeremy. And Timothy, I'm going to mess this up. Borderstrass. I think I got it. I started following us on Facebook. Thank you, Timothy. We appreciate it tremendously. Anyway, so where do we go now? I got to fix that.
Well, everybody needs to get involved. And if you can't get involved locally, or maybe you can get involved, with the state or something. But I always tell everybody, just start right in your own neighborhood or your own county. Call up, get involved in the Democratic Party. Go to a meeting.
That's the best place to start. One of our Blue Dots, Johnny Fly, found that out. He contacted his local Democratic Party, and next thing you know, boom, he's involved with stuff. And it does. It makes you feel good. So, and it's an easy thing. And if they're not involved, if they're not cranking it at your little Democratic headquarters, do what Leo Sahaki's doing. Leo's running for chair of the Republican Party in his district.
Yep.
As a Democrat, yes. And and that's we're not asking, you don't have to run out and run for office. But, hey, you call them up, you say, hey, when's the next meeting? We ain't made up. Well, man, y'all get your shit together. Let's have a meeting.
Or maybe you can make phone calls for your Democratic Party in your area.
Or
from
stuff
the comfort
envelopes.
of your COVID-free home.
Yes.
There's lots that we can do. And it doesn't have to be on a major
There's always
scale.
giving a little bit of money to your favorite candidate.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, and we always try to stress that especially if you are in a blue area where you're confident that your vote, is going to remain solid. Think about donating to candidates that are running in red states. We really Beto O'Rourke, the Democrat running for governor here, up against Greg Abbott. There's Democrats. Stacey Abrams, big time in Georgia.
Marcus Flower running against Miss Three Names.
Yes, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Did y'all see her? I don't recall her name. I can't remember. Did I? Are you shitting me? If you had a discussion with Donald Trump and the words martial law were uttered, you would remember that. I don't give a shit who you are. You would remember that conversation. What does she do? She sits up there and smiles. I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't recall. Are you shitting me? You lying sack of shit. And she is. There's a list of them over there. Kevin McCarthy, the biggest one right now. You could point out. I didn't say that. They took it out of context. No. Let's go to the tape. You're a lying traitor.
I have to bite my tongue, John, but she might be one of those lizard people.
Who?
Marjorie
Taylor Greene. She might be, man. I'm telling you, she's creepy as hell anyway. Ever since she came on the scene, her whole campaign advertising was all about shooting something, and she was shooting some big caliber guns. I think she's shooting a 50 cal at one point, blowing up the word liberal. It's trying to appeal to what? I just don't understand that part. I'm a gun owner. I believe in Second Amendment rights, but I don't advocate we ought to go to war against our own government. No, it's I don't know. What is stuck in my head on that note lately is a video that I think Mama showed me, or Tyler or Travis maybe. It was a bunch of guys, a bunch of rednecks, about 20 of them lined up with their AR-15s, and some of them had bump stocks, some of them had and they're just 1, 2, 3, boom, 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 and it's all, take this libtards, and really. That's what scares me, is if you belong to a militia or a group of guys or whatever the fuck it is, and you're out there talking about shooting libtards, fuck you when you call yourself an American. Please don't do that. You insult the word. You insult the ideals behind it. This January insurrection, I look as those are the people. Yes, those are the people that rise up against their own fellow citizens. They don't know who they are. They don't give a shit. It's just, how far down that rabbit hole can this country go with that shit? That we put up with that. That's what you want to see, something that stirs me to more gun laws. That does. And I don't know. I'm just
gun ownership is just, in this country, is just freaking irresponsible.
It is. Because when they say a responsible gun owner, who is that? Yeah. I like to consider myself a responsible gun owner. I don't bring the suckers out.
Our family,
they're within reach. Unfortunately, around my house nowadays, but it's I don't know. I've never been in a time in life when it was the most important thing back here in the States that you could have. You just didn't live that. I say when I was a kid, the NRA was mostly a safety organization. Taught responsible gun ownership and safety. It's not that anymore.
It's a grifters.
Well, I call it the National Russian Alliance nowadays.
Yeah, it's a grifters organization where, they take your money and go buy new suits.
That's it. They go buy themselves some new guns. Well, they don't have to. The manufacturers delve them out as samples all the time.
Well, it's just become a big money scheme, right? It's like the whole goddamn country's just a casino for these people, It's just, it's to the point of being ridiculous how irresponsible these really extremely wealthy people are. It's just irresponsible, Well,
that's how fascism takes hold, though, is to make the most irresponsible claims about a democratic government and convince the people that, I'm here to do you the best benefit while I'm, just emptying your pockets and glorifying and justifying myself.
The type of capitalism that we have now is I just feel it's not that different than when we talk about the Russian oligarchs.
It is an American oligarchy.
Yes, it's an American oligarchy.
That's exactly what it is.
It's the ultra wealthy.
They're the ones who are buying our government, you guys. And they are buying our government.
That's what it's all about.
These people that we see, the Kevin McCarthy's, the Mitch McConnells, for them to get up and say, I was going to go talk to him about resigning.
Yeah.
and then 2 weeks later be down there kissing the ring.
Yeah.
It shows you how much they're bought.
Because we all heard both Mitch McConnell and Kevin McCarthy stand on the floor of the Senate and the House and proclaim him to be responsible and all this bullshit, and then turn around and like you said, go down and kiss the ring, kiss his ass is what it is. You know, I don't know what could cause people. Well, they got no integrity. Money, money or compromise. One of the two.
Look, we have some of these people in our tribe. Look at Joe Manchin. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The guy is just he's
don't
just
get
a
it
money
twisted.
person.
Our government is bought for by the American oligarch. You remember the 99% fighting the 1% in the Wall Street and the sit outs and sleep outs and all the rest of that? Well, where'd they go? The 99% are still out here.
I always say
while
that
the 1% is still gorging itself off of all the rest.
They want you poor, hungry, and needing a job. That's what they want. That's what corporate America wants.
Y'all.
You know, we have watched story after story of. Go ahead.
No, does anybody remember what the tax? You know, one of Reagan's big things. He was going to come in and lower those taxes for the wealthy, all the way down to 50%, and he got what he wanted.
Wow. And they were outraged about that. Now where are we? 25, 24, something like that.
Yeah. And does anybody remember that a Republican said, "Screw you" to Henry Ford and Rockefeller and all the people that supported Hitler in the beginning of World War II, and made them and taxed the crap out of them and made them pay for our interstate highway system. See, that's the kind of thing that we need to be doing now.
That's people don't remember the expansion that this country went through when the tax rate on the ultra wealthy was at 80-90%. Because even after paying 80-90% in taxes, they were still wealthy. You know, and the country expanded and boomed. And then we started fiddling with the tax laws, and now you look at the tax laws that we have now, as thick as they are not written for you. They are written for the corporations and the wealthy.
The Trump tax laws gave the rich exactly what they wanted, and he gave a tax break to all you little minions out there. So don't get so upset. But your tax break will sunset.
Yes, it goes away.
Where theirs are perpetual.
They don't go away. They're forever. And it does. Let me catch up here real quick, because Bill Jones came in with a $5 donation and confirmed that Macron is projected to defeat Le Pen, says NBC and CNN. That is just fantastic news. And I just couldn't be happier. And we have another one that is fixing to hit that door. I might as well catch it right now. From Diana Mallory, who came back again with $5 and said, "Why is it I've seen courtroom cases from the temporary amnesia cucumber, which in Johnny Depp, but why are we not seeing the January 6th terrorist courts?" It's coming, baby. I think Raskin was just saying, there she is. Raskin was just saying the other day that we're fixing to go in to public hearings, and that's what we need. That is what we need, because we keep hearing little bits and pieces about people that are going in there and talk, and things are getting serious. Hell, like I said the other day, Alex Jones now is going to the DOJ trying to make a deal, give him immunity. You know why he wants immunity? Because he knows he committed lots of crimes. So it's oh man, we got to fix this chat thing. It's just really I'm dealing with it fine, but talk about bother when I click on something.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me catch up.
Well, I guess the people of Austin must be proud that they got that idiot that lives there. Now they got Joe Rogan too.
Yeah. No shit. No shit. There's a never-ending list.
And I don't see what anybody. I don't know. I never understood why anybody had any fascination with Joe Rogan. He was just a.
He did.
He did
that.
Very good.
Fear Factor. Isn't that what he did? Fear
Yes.
Factor. That's what it was.
I don't know.
His claim to fame, and now he gets a forever spot on Spotify because Joe Rogan.
Well, he got into the podcast game early, so I mean, he was one of the first guys. So he's got this huge audience.
Yeah.
What I don't know what it is. 10 million.
He's had his balls busted here
spreading
lately, though.
misinformation and telling people to take ivermectin.
Yeah.
But
He swings in the
we have
breeze.
these double standards in our society. It's okay for him to say it because he's on Spotify. Bullshit.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Call him on that shit.
Bullshit.
Call him on that shit. That's what has to be done.
He's the epitome of trash.
I just don't pay for Spotify.
Yeah. Let's see.
I'm real careful about where I spend my money, John. Real careful.
We should be. We should be.
Ask Disney how they feel about
and
Florida after 60 fucking years.
oh, this fight down in Florida over, Mickey Mouse, he and Ron DeSantis. One might be a mouse and the other one's a rat. That's what the meme said down there. This is it's. This could all come back and fly right in the face of Ron DeSantis because of the debt.
I certainly hope it does.
Disney's the largest employer in that area. There is something like 30,000 people get up every day and go work at Disney just at the
Yes.
just at the 40 square
Let
mile.
alone the amount
place.
of tourism that they bring into the state.
It's a lot of income into that state. Not only helps Disney, it helps a lot of them. But as I understand it, since they don't have control anymore when they're taking away their self-government there, that shifts $163 million of debt right over to the taxpayers of that district.
Yep.
So their taxes are going to go up, and they're going to have to start paying for the services that Disney was providing. I
with
think.
police and fire and all that.
Indeed,
guess what?
Belda Lee, and how are you, darling?
Good.
Good.
Santos just bit the hand that fed
Yes.
Florida.
And because Disney was paying for all that infrastructure, there is no federal monies available to that area.
No, and all of a sudden that district is going to have to absorb all that.
Makes his taxpayers very happy.
Disney pays a lot in taxes. They do.
Like your governor put $9 billion onto Texas.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots, you guys.
They are willing to hurt this country and all to point to it and say, look how terrible it is. But DeSantis down in Florida, he's on multiple attacks. I mean, against Disney, and before Disney got, this thing with Disney is a result of the Don't Say Gay bill that they passed down in Florida.
Disney voiced their opinion and sent it against DeSanto or whatever.
Yeah,
the fuck that governor is.
the devil,
Yeah.
DeSantis. But
because math books cause division.
Yes.
And that's why they're banned for CRT.
And they multiplied the hatred. And,
good one, Berta.
Yeah.
Good one.
2 plus 2 equals sex.
Yeah, that's what it is. They're trying to push their LGBT lifestyle on all of your children. Oh, are you shitting?
Hey, John.
Yes, I got a couple.
Gay.
Gay. Did you say gay on my show?
I did.
She said gay. Did you hear her say gay?
I heard her say gay.
Yeah, I thought I heard her say gay.
Gay.
Gay. Let me
Okay.
Let me thank Catman56 who came back with another $3 and said it's the media who, for profit, support the right-wing nut jobs and get away with it. Even aren't airing bold-faced lies, but not call them out. Keith, I'm about tired of watching the mainstream media because of that shit. They just had somebody on. What was it?
Need a reincarnation
I wrote it
of
down.
Walter Cronkite.
They had some Republican lady on there this morning, and anyway, she pissed me off, and now I can't remember why. But she pissed me off.
What's a Republican doing on there? That's what pissed me off.
Yeah, well, I keep saying on CNN, I expect to see that fair and balanced banner on top or something like that. I don't know. I'm tired of listening to them talk about how the Republicans are going to take the midterms and what are we going to do about it then. That's not set in stone. They hype everything.
No, it's not. Look, I will say it again. Look, if every last single one of us Blue Dots takes one person to the polls to vote, we have doubled our numbers.
Already.
We have doubled
just with that.
Our numbers. Just take one person.
Yes. And let me thank Gene Prim, who came in with a $10 donation and said, I'm tired of this. Make these guys testify, as in Trump. Lord, I'd love to see his ass over. I'm tired of this shit. What pisses me off is watching this. He was in Ohio yesterday, giving his little rally, his speech, talking about toilets and the 2020 election and all this shit. We went through 2 freaking years of the Mueller investigation, all the time expecting something was going to happen. And a report did come out. It came out there with 10 counts of obstruction of justice. Look at here. Here's what he did 10 times right here. Did he do anything? No. That's what is the burr under my saddle. I have not seen him held accountable for a goddamn thing. Nothing. And he keeps getting away with it, and he's out there, and all these Republicans are still trying to kiss his ass, and they're trying to pass laws to where it'll make it easier to cheat next time. They're going to get his ass back in here, and you can kiss your democracy goodbye. Oh, you can go vote. Just go ahead and go in there and vote for whatever you want. That's what it's going to be, baby. And we're the only defense to that. We are the only defense.
Yeah, we are, you guys. We have to be Ukraine-minded if we want to save our democracy. We have to be Ukraine-minded.
We do. We are sitting here in this country uplifting the Ukrainians for fighting for their freedom, for fighting for their land. We're fighting for our democracy here. That's what this is, because there's a side over here who really doesn't like your democracy shit and all this voting rights crap. They don't want that shit. They're just as soon they want an authoritarian government here. That's what they want. That's what the right wants.
You guys, we really can't do it if we just don't sit this out. They are going to try to force you to sit it out. If you're not checking where you are on your voter rolls in your state right now, you need to get
You need
busy.
to get your shit together.
It
doesn't take that much. Hell, anywhere you're at, you can Google where's your next election at. In your town, your city, your district, wherever you're at.
Coming up for me.
What's that, Velda?
Said it's coming up for me, and thank God I did some phone calling.
Yeah.
Because I thought I was on permanent voter mail because of disability.
Right.
Nope, it has to be renewed.
See?
Every year.
You don't know. You don't want to get to the polls and then come up with some bullshit reason why you can't vote.
And it's a new rule change.
Who is it, Mark Meadows? Evidently, he's registered to vote all over the fucking place.
He's registered in 3 states.
3 states? Are you shitting me? Yeah, there's some voter fraud going on. I don't think it's the Democrats that are doing it.
Oh, it's all got the R for retard behind it, right?
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It's sad.
Sorry.
All right, look, we got to get this in here because Keith and Kathy came in with a donation, $5, just to let you know. Here's the message. Gay, gay, gay. There you go. There's the message, baby. We'll say it all day long. And Dwayne Dwizzle came in with a $2 donation and said, have a Coke and a gay smile. I'm trying my best gay smile there I am. That's if one thing that bill has, it does. It has, dare I say, woke a lot of people into the disgusting ways the Republican Party. To me, it's their mindset. Look at Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz comes out and says, Mickey and Pluto are going to go after it on the screen. Yeah, what are you? Where is your mind? You people are sick.
You know what?
They're sick.
These are some really sick, twisted people.
Yes.
That can't take their minds off of what's in somebody else's pants.
Or in their bedrooms.
Yes, they want to dictate what goes on in your bedroom, what goes on in your life, who you're allowed to love. You know, and that's the same thing they did when gay marriage first came out. They started talking, well, next thing you know, old boy over there is going to want to marry his horse. Well, if he does, take him to a fucking mental doctor because he's sick. You know, it's like you just...
Whatever you do, just keep it to yourself.
Hey, there's an idea. You know, you could do that. You know.
Yeah.
But
shut up and let everybody else.
If you're doing something in your bedroom, why, you know.
And can I ask what the hell is wrong with Madison Cawthorn? I mean, this guy's talks about. Jesus Christ! Did I see a picture of him in like a corset?
Yes,
and a bra
you did. A bra.
You know, I wonder if he got nylons on.
I understand it is not Photoshopped. It's not altered. Well, he said he was going to sex parties, you know, and doing a lot of coke and with his Republican buddies and going to sexual.
Lord have mercy.
I mean, to tell you, this does not paint a pretty picture.
Let's not forget that the Republicans are holding their what the fuck is that convention that they get together and they blow smoke up each other's ass?
Yeah. The Conservative Political Action.
In Hungary?
In Hungary.
What the fuck is that?
What the fuck?
Shit?
They're not even coming to the United. And Hungary, because Hungary is very authoritarian. Orban, isn't that the leader over there? I think, if I'm not getting my world leaders.
Orban, yes.
Yes, very right wing. That's where they are.
America, please wake up. If you're not woke yet, wake the fuck up.
Wake up.
We are losing
Wear that
our
fucking woke thing as a badge.
Authoritarians.
Rather be woke than conned. And I won't be conned.
Right.
I've been conned enough times in my life. I've learned my lessons. What's that, Belda?
I was saying in Hungary, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Putin wasn't a guest speaker.
It's possible. You know, this line in the sand that has become Ukraine is something that we all need to pay attention to. Because if he succeeds in Ukraine, Moldova will be next. And next thing you know, he's going to be looking at the Baltics, and we're going to be in it anyway. We need to be bold. I am not a warmonger. War is the last thing you want. But there's just times you don't know what else to do.
There's a difference between aggression and defense.
Yes.
There's a big difference.
Big difference. And that's what we're seeing. The strikes, you know, we see the videos all the time now in Ukraine of apartment buildings, schools, hospitals. It doesn't matter what the fuck it is.
And if you're voting for judges in your state, if you're voting for judges, do some researches on their asses. We don't need any more federal judges that are not qualified sitting on the bench making decisions for the rest of us out here. We don't need it.
You know, that's the story with Mitch McConnell. If he gets the Senate, that's where we got this judge that just made this ruling against the mask. That's where she came from. In the last month of Trump's presidency, he appoints this lady who was not qualified by way of the American Bar Association says she's not qualified. She's on the bench. And there are hundreds of judges across our country that were put there on the federal bench for no other reason that they will be yes men when it comes to the time when cases come before them. And that's exactly what we saw with this lady. She doesn't know anything. She's not a doctor. She has no business interrupting what the CDC's mandate is. But that's what it's going to come. And if Mitch McConnell gets the chance and takes it over in 22, you bet your ass that's the first thing they're going to start doing is putting more judges out because they want to control the law. Control the law, baby. They control you. And
these federal judges sit for life.
Yes.
They sit for life. Do we really want unqualified people sitting for life?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Chauncey Gardner, just over 200 judges installed by Turtle Boy.
Somebody was talking about hoops that senators and people should jump through. I mean, how about just a simple IQ test?
That would help. How about a lie detector test? That might be helpful.
Good.
And if you don't pass it, you don't get in. We have to clean house.
Interrogated by shrinks and everything.
And we have to, and I know it's hard in places like West Virginia. Joe Manchin, in my book, he's got to go. Kristen Sinema, she's got to go. They're not really Democrats. They're just riding the wave of the money. I swear. Joe Manchin, he's a coal. His family's into coal. He's not about to vote against anything that's going to harm that.
No, he's not.
And Kristen Sinema, I don't know what the hell she wants. She just wants to float in the breeze and just get as much attention and money as she possibly can before she gets her ass voted
Forever
out.
21, okay?
Yeah, that's I don't get her. She's just I'd have to study.
Money. She's another just money.
What's that?
It's just money. That's all you have to think about
when you get right down to the brass tacks and start following everything. It all ends up one way or another with money.
She got something like $1 million from some pharmaceutical or somebody like that. I mean, yeah, I could see where somebody would be persuaded by that, but she's an elected official. She should be illegal.
She should be above that shit. But none of them are, Republican or Democrat. A lot of them spend most of their time of their day raising money for their next election. Not doing the people's work, but raising money for their next. And that's half their time, if not more. They're not doing the people's business. They're trying to keep their ass in power. That's why, the only answer to that is term limits. But again, good luck. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming in tonight and visiting and just being a part of this. Being a part of the Blue Dot family tells me you're interested in our situation, our society, and our standing in the world. So I want to thank everybody who comes by and visits us on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, on TikTok. I'm on TikTok. Did y'all know that?
All right.
I'm on
About
TikTok.
time.
Yeah, I got 3 videos up on TikTok. Travis does a fantastic job with them. He does a fantastic job on everything here lately. So we thank him tremendously. But, Velda, I'm just so tickled to see you come in, baby. Everything been well?
Well, yeah.
Good.
Luckily I've got good internet tonight, and for Mother's Day and my birthday, Envy and Tiffany got me a Chromebook.
Oh, you got a Chromebook?
17-inch one.
Woo, baby, rocking. There you go.
I am. I've got.
Is that what you're using right now?
Yep.
Outstanding.
It went from. Thankfully, got a little notebook type thing.
Right.
From one of our Bev, right? No, Bev, yes.
Well, good.
Anyways, I can't remember. I've got a brain fart. Anyway, she gave me that, and it's like about 10-inch screen, and I couldn't focus on it. I couldn't read it.
Yeah.
And I said something to Envy about it, and so they got me that.
There you go. Well, I'm glad.
And so
and a good solid signal on your internet, and man, you're ready to rock and roll, baby. Check me out on TikTok.
Yes. I have TikTok.
You have TikTok? Go check me out.
I have TikTok. I've had
TikTok
how
do you find me on TikTok?
8 months.
John Bridevo? Or Blue Dot in
Texas.
Texas? Either way. I guess you find me.
Okay.
Yes, y'all go out there and look at my TikTok. It's their short little
TikTok
videos.
for about 8 months.
I'm thinking about, I don't know, maybe I'll wrestle a snake or something. Be on there. I don't know. Nah. It's just going to be short little rants of mine that we're going to use TikTok for. Yeah, we're going to try to do anything to step up the pom-poms, baby. To get people motivated, get them thinking. We got to do this. Anyway, Velda, thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it.
No problem. I love coming.
Outstanding. And Bernadette, I am so glad you were feeling better, baby.
John, it has been a pleasure being back on the show. You guys wear your mask. We have a very deadly virus out there still roaming the lands, still trying to kill people, and still hurting people. Okay? Yeah. Don't believe the propaganda. Wear your mask. And hey, when you get out there in the street, just say gay. Gay.
Go. Just do it in front of everybody. Hey, gay.
Yep.
Just pass the message
thank
around.
you to the Blue Dot family for all the love and
Thank you.
get well wishes and the thoughts and the prayers. Prayers do work, people. I've never been against them. Thank you. I appreciate them. And blessings, and y'all stay safe out there.
Outstanding.
Stay safe out there.
Thank you, brother.
All right.
And John Lawrence, brother, I want to thank you for coming in the conversation tonight. I enjoyed it tremendously.
Well, I had a lot of fun. It's my pleasure, actually.
Good. And again, we can't thank you enough for the music. Again, you can go to Bandcamp.
I'm all over the place. J.H. Lawrence. I'm even on iTunes if you really want. Whatever.
John H. Lawrence. Go find him.
Baby. Just type in Mystic Gumbo and you'll find a whole
Mystic
ton of
Gumbo.
music.
American Dreams, Pig, Alien. Look at what we've done. Vote. Trump Blues. Stop Humping. That's a good one. There's a lot of great music. So please go by and check out John's music. And we want to thank him tremendously for the music that he's given our show and given to this Blue Dot family. So thank you, John.
Well, you're more than welcome. It's my pleasure.
Outstanding. And thank you for coming on. Thank you all for being here and being a part of this. Monday sucks out. We'll be back here. What? Go ahead.
Vote.
That's it, baby. That's the number one thing. We're going to keep pumping that pom-pom until November. You bet your ass. But again, thank you all for being here. Y'all say goodnight to everybody.
Night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
And thank you for being here. And remember, try to put a smile on your face, and better yet, try to put one on somebody else's face. It'll make your heart feel better. Anyway, I got lots of shit tests coming up on that. Anyway, y'all, I love you. Y'all take care of yourself, and we'll